I know why you're excited, because today is Donald Trump's 500th day in office.
Since President Donald Trump was elected, he has certainly provided the late-night host with a seemingly never-ending pool of material. Take, for example, the February 7th announcement that POTUS wanted to plan a military parade.
So you're just going full dictator now. Just dick wasn't enough.
No one comes up with dumber ideas. At this point, he's really his own competition. He's the Usain Bolt of stupid.
Of course, the military parade announcement hardly marked the first time Trump's actions affected a late-night monologue. Each time the commander-in-chief tweets about witch hunts, fires someone from his ever-diminishing staff, or forgets the name of his DC residence, late-night shows are faced with figuring out how to cover the news in a way that feels different from all of the other programs taking on the exact same moment. As we head into awards nomination season, today we take a look at how the late-night contenders look to stand out when attacking Trump in your Emmy update from The Hollywood Reporter News. On any given night, one quote from the president could lead to 10+ different takes on 10+ different channels, and that's led to late-night writers' rooms facing new challenges. On NBC's Late Night with Seth Meyers, if the writers see a certain take already on Twitter, it's out. If more than one writer comes up with the same joke, it's out. Because if 3 of my writers come up with it, then that means other writers on other shows will come up with it, says Myers, who adds that there are limits to these rules. We really have no airtight way to make sure that every joke we tell is a snowflake that no one else will ever come up with, but you accept that as part of the gig. The Daily Show's Trevor, who is from South Africa, says his approach to American politics as an outsider allows him to respond to moments like Trump's shithole controversy from a very personal place. In the wake of those particular comments from the president, he used his Comedy Central show to defend his home nation of South Shithole.
And you know what? Personally, as someone from South Shithole, I'm offended, Mr. President.
Since 2015, when he first took over hosting duties from Jon Stewart, Noah says he's also tried to stand out among the late-night crowd by developing a group of correspondents and writers with distinctive perspectives. Our diverse cast means there's no topic off limits to us, he says. That's what I've chosen to make the differentiating factor. I make sure that we have the voices. It makes the stories not as abstract to us. Meanwhile, the most-watched host week after week continues to be Stephen Colbert, whose late show has never backed down from a major political issue. The staff of the CBS show keeps a log of what is tackled on rival programs to avoid repeating, and Colbert's strength as a host, according to Late Show executive producer Chris Licht, is that he is a natural storyteller. His monologue takes on fewer topics, but stays with each of them longer. And as he's proved often, he's not afraid to speak his mind directly to Trump.
Mr. Trump, your presidency, I love your presidency. I call it disgrace the nation.
Everything you see is Stephen's authentic take, says Licht. This seems like a golden time for late night where we can kind of do our own thing. You feel in writers' rooms across the country, they're doing their own thing. Noah likens this to the world of stand-up, noting that the late-night camaraderie resembles comedy clubs where performers rely on telling the same dating story in hundreds of different ways. We can all be doing very different things in very different ways, living in the same world, Noah says. Noah's pitch for The Daily Show, for example, comes down to what he thinks American viewers need each night. This is the way that you catch up with the news that doesn't make you want to blow your head off, he says. It's about coming up with that perfect amount of spoonful of sugar to make that medicine go down. And while Trump material may be bountiful day by day, it's also limiting, notes Myers. I certainly look forward to the day where there's a bit more variety as to the subject matter we're covering. To read more on how the late-night hosts work to make their Trump material stand out, head to THR.com. And which show are you rooting for this Emmy season? Let us know in the comments. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Lindsay Rodriguez.